Daisy was born, the elders of Miracle Village said the earth was calm that morning. The Hamilton wind moved gently, and the sky looked white and patient. Her mother held her close and whispered prayers into her tiny ears, believing her child would live a full and happy life. Adese grew up as a cheerful girl. She loved to help her mother in the kitchen, loved to follow her father to the farm, and loved to sit with old women in the evening to hear stories. She laughed easily, and when she smiled, people felt lighter. She was not proud, but she carried herself with quiet confidence. As a young girl, Daisy became known for her beauty and good character. Mothers pointed at her when advising their daughters. Fathers nodded when her name was mentioned. Many men came to ask for her hand in marriage, but her heart chose Chibuzo, a calm and hardworking man who traded goods between the villages and the nearby town. Their wedding was full of joy. Drums beat loudly, women danced, and elders poured palm wine. Daisy wore a red wrapper and a coral bead, her eyes shining with hope. Her mother cried tears of happiness and reminded her that marriage needed patience, prayer, and wisdom. The first year of marriage were sweet. Daisy woke up early to cook. Chibuzo returned from his journey with stories and laughter. At night, they talked about the future and the children they would raise together. Adisa believed her life had entered its best chapter. But after 1 year, then two, then three, no child came. At first, it was just waiting. Adisa told herself, God's time is the best. But slowly, the waiting became heavy. Neighbors began to ask questions. Some spoke quietly, some spoke kindly, and others carelessly. Women suggested herbs, prayer houses, and many others. Daisy tried everything. She fasted, she prayed, she cried quietly at night. She also changed little by little. He spoke less. He stayed away longer. His eyes no longer rested on her with warmth. He stayed longer in the office, time when he was supposed to be at home. Rather, he is always at the place of work. Daisy would sit, looking at the time, hour after hour, waiting for his arrival. When Daisy noticed this, her heart grew restless, but she kept quiet, believing endurance was part of being a wife. Then one afternoon, she was on return with another woman. Her name was Ngozi. She was young and already pregnant. The news spread quickly throughout Umaku. Some people said it was tradition. Others shook their heads in silence. Adese felt something break inside her, but she did not shout. She did not faint. She did not fight. She only withdrew into herself. Ngozi soon gave birth to a baby boy, and celebration filled the whole compound. Neighbors came to celebrate with them, and while they were doing that, some other neighbors came mocking Daisy. Drums played and palm wine flowed. Daisy stayed indoors, listening to joy that was not hers. Months later, Chibuzo stopped coming home. One morning, Daisy found his things gone. No explanation, no goodbye. She returned to her mother's house, only a small bag and a wounded heart. For a while, her mother was her strength. She cooked for her, prayed with her, and reminded her that life did not end with one chapter. But sickness came quietly, and before Adese understood what was happening, her mother died. During the burial, Adese stood still while others cried loudly. That night, she laid awake, staring into darkness. wondering how much pain a human heart could carry. At 35, Adese felt invincible. Her younger women passed her with babies tied to their back. And life moved forward without waiting for her pain to heal. One afternoon, when sitting under an old mango tree, Adese met a young girl crying. The girl had been sent away from school because her fees were unpaid. Adese listened, then helped. She paid the fees and encouraged the child. Soon, other children came. Adese began teaching them to read and write under a tree. She told them stories and taught them values. Slowly, her laughter returned. The children called her Mama, and for the first time in years, her heart felt useful. When Adese was 40 years old, she had learned how to live again. That was when Emeka came into her life. Emeka was a widower who had lost his wife years earlier. He was gentle, patient, and hardworking. He watched Daisy quietly before speaking to her. Their friendship grew slowly, built on respect and understanding. When Emeka asked her to marry him, Daisy prayed before saying yes. Home was peaceful. There was no pressure, only kindness. Then one morning, Adese felt weak and dizzy. The midwife smiled and told her the news. Adese was pregnant. Later, the shock came. Not one child, not two, or three, triplets. The night of childbirth was long and painful. Rain fell heavily, and thunder rolled across the sky. Adese screamed, prayed, and fought with all her strength. By morning, three cries filled the room. Two boys and one girl. Tears flowed freely. Days later, Adese walked through Umaku with one baby on her back and two in her arms. The same people who once pitied her now celebrated her. Adese understood then that life had delayed her, not denied her. Far away from Umaku, she was watched his own life fall apart. Ngozi changed after marriage. Peace left their home. Arguments replaced laughter. The child he celebrated grew up in tension. Business failed. Friends drifted away. At night, she was remembered Adese's patience, her quiet strength, her prayers. One evening, he heard news that struck him deeply. Adese had children, triplets. He did not believe it at first. When he confirmed it, regret swallowed him whole. He realized that he had abandoned gold while chasing shadows. She was returned to Umoku years later, thinner and humble. He saw Adese from a distance, strong, smiling, surrounded by children. He wanted to speak, to apologize, to explain, but he stopped. He understood something too late. Some doors close forever. Some heart heal without you. Some forgiveness does not bring restoration. Chibuzo went back the same way he came, carrying regret that would remain in his companion forever. Adese never heard his apology. She did not need it. She had peace. The moral from the story: patience and peace may delay joy, but they never deny it. And sometimes those who hurt us understand our value only after life has moved on, when it's already too late. So at Daisy, when she was 40 years old, she found joy again, and this time it stayed. Thanks for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing to Grandpa Tales channel. I hope to bring you more interesting tales that will nourish your mind, keep you happy, and guide you daily to success. See you in my next video.
What a
Thanks,
beautiful evening
fans.
for a walk.
It is perfect with the family.
I love it! Me too!